Alright, hello and welcome everybody to a new Fleet Ups audio commentary. I just got done looking at all the players and none of them are Borg, so we don't have to do a texture load today. Now there's one thing I want to talk about really quickly, and that is I am excited because Comp just showed me how to turn off the part of your game that causes it to suppress the game sounds when someone is talking to you in TeamSpeak. So I don't know if this will have much effect on this game, but it means in future games I'll be able to do co-commentaries with other people without having to worry about massive volume issues. So that's my exciting news for the day. Now let's get to this game. We do have a 3 vs 3, the map is Broken Borders, and the top team consists of Tony as Feds, Klingon as Feds, and Beef as Feds, or as Dominion. Klingon, that's not actually his name on the forums. I will have to look you up. He told me to make sure I got his name right, but I don't remember who he is. So, we see that Beef is going to be Pure Tech today. The other two Feds we won't get to see just yet. I should have written this down. Okay, Tony and Klingon. Tony, Klingon, Beef versus, down here we have Klingons, and in, let's see, this is Martok Klingons. 23 down as Martok Klingons. Konk as probably also Martek. No, he's Tukroja Klingons. And another Fed player, this is Yukari Waffles, which I believe this is his first game with us. At least I'm pretty sure it's the first game that he's had recorded, so we'll see how he does. He is playing Mason. So, and this one here is Mason. And in the middle, Klingon is going for an Akira Rush. So probably Risner. You can see the Starship Chassis level 1 going. He'll probably go for Chassis level 2 the moment it's finished. Oh wow, and a platform. So he's really not worrying about ship production just yet. He wants to get resources. Okay, over here we see Tony. Yeah, I win! Over here we see Tony getting, he's got Chassis level 1, he's getting his Intrepids and Starfleet Science, so he's going for a relatively early Starfleet Command build. Two Feds on one side, if they both go for Starfleet Command, they can really turn battles that otherwise would have gone for the other team. Just 2 warp-ins is such a large number of ships to appear anywhere. He is not going for the proxy yard position. He'll probably get 1 down here and then wanted either as dilithium or tritanium here, since the Feds are so good at holding positions, holding turf. However, unlike some of the other maps we've seen lately, like Plasma Conduit and Offside Test, Broken Borders does not really encourage players to build combined expansions. You can move forward, and the center player can definitely make a good allied repair yard for his friends, but if he's just defending his moons, it won't be as far forward as the left and right positions, and same on the bottom team. So it's actually a little bit difficult to band together and cover one position. It's a bit of a fend for yourself in the beginning. Down here we see Waffles. I'm just going to call you Waffles now. Waffles with his Chassis level 1 getting Monsoon Intrepid. He's getting platforms, which make a lot of newer players feel very comfortable about their homes. Although it's not too good of an idea to upgrade the platform just yet, since the build time on the platform is huge, but you don't really need to upgrade it until you're under attack. It saves you the money unless you really know you're going to need it. So what all is going on here? I see a little bit of... Oh, okay. Here 23 down is pushing off a scout. Ironically, the scout isn't much faster than the Burrell, but it still managed to get away because of the short range. So yeah, we have a mix of Burrells and Gabej. forward repair yard, which is very good Klingon style when they just want to hold turf. I don't know. He doesn't have any cloaking enemies, so the Borels are probably just an early game firepower boost. He probably won't need to make too many of those. Although, Feds do have weak miners, so you should be able to get some fun raiding in with that. Here we see two bugs trying to do the same thing. Now this is an interesting tactic, and it's one that I actually like to employ sometimes. You see, these two bugs had absolutely no chance of killing a miner, but he sent them down anyway because he made Waffles go on the defensive and upgrade the turret, hoping for an early kill and an advantage. So, in some way, he actually did make Waffles lose some money by forcing him to build that. And you might see, well, it's a bit too tight because of this nebula. But if it was me, or a Romulan player, you'd just come into this one too, attack the miners, make them upgrade the turret, and then you're done. You've gotten the tiny economic advantage you needed by forcing him to upgrade his turrets. So now, Konk has sent over a Borellan Cavort. He's also going... He's got his field research up and he's going heavy birds of prey. So that will give him quite a lot of early firepower. He's going double-yarded Cavorts and a heavy weapons platform. So, with this strategy, he's going to build up a lot of early game firepower, but he's not going to have much economic muscle to support it. These Cavorts, of course, do extra damage to medium range, so they'll be very good for pushing off these bugs, but it's not going to work right next to the yard. Now this monsoon is in danger. However, it's also ridiculously fast, so it should be able to escape. Maybe? We'll see. Konk may need to come around and protect his buddy here. Oh, engine hit. Okay, that monsoon is dead. Which I think is the first combat ship kill of this game. Hopefully the Intrepid gets the rank, and it does. Now it's time for me to confirm. Is he Risner? No, he's also Mason. I guess it was just a slow development because he was focusing on his mining so heavily. Other places of combat. We see 23 down raiding a platform. It's just about taken enough damage that it's not worth upgrading. But he caught Tony in a bad position because Tony doesn't have the money to upgrade it. So he'll get that platform kill. That's 100 dilithium, 50 tritanium. Down here, you see Cavort's fate forcing off these ships pretty nicely. This is good because, I'm sorry, Waffles. Because Waffles' mining has been shut down there. But he is getting his Starfleet command, so we're going to start seeing a whole lot more warp-ins on this map. For reference, Tony's already gotten his first warp-in. He did get a Torpedo Nebula and a nice little Centaur. Here's a Waffle Scout getting punished. And over here, how many yards? Okay, there we go. S2s. S2 prototype. Plenty of good mining. However, we see here that Beef has gotten some good production up, but he is heavily supply locked. Heavy supply locked.
User joined your channel.
He's got the bugs that he's been able to push off the early attacks with. And these S2 are making a nice little combat group. But it can't hold up to those Klingon ships, I don't think.
User left your channel.
I think if he tries to come in here, if he gets too deep into the enemy territory, he could be facing some serious pain. Fortunately for him, Waffles is a relatively new player. He doesn't have his proxy torque, which is the main killing ability of these monsoons. We really don't know what kind of warp-ins are going to be coming here to support. And just as I say that, this becomes a full-blown attack. We have Beef's ships here. although still escaping. And Klingon has warped in his Federation ships. With this, yeah, this is a pretty dedicated attack. They'll be able to do some damage. But if Comp can push them off, he'll be able to get some nice kills. These Cavorts can chase these big Federation ships, and they're too slow to escape. The first target is an Intrepid. While Burrell takes some pain. Ooh, it looks like the Intrepid gets out. The Klingon ship does not. Oh, and Waffles is getting Allied repair right now. This could be just in time. Oh, when this finishes, this Cavort's going to wheel around and go straight back to it. Over here, 23 down, does manage to get one... Oh, what was that? Centaur kill, right. His Burrells can chase, but they just don't have the firepower to stay in there. So, let's see, and any minute now, Waffles is going to get his first warp in, which is going to really negate the fact that he's been raided so heavily. He's got a little bit more production facility than he needs. He just doesn't have the money to support this. But he is learning. He does look like he's doing a good job of microing his ships out. At least he's learning that well. These Mason small ships, their defensive values are just so much higher than the equivalents from other races. Now that their system value is low, so they don't repair fast. I think he's going to be in big trouble here unless Comp comes to support him. Meanwhile, we see a technology lab and some supply mining getting started over here for beef. He's pumping out S2s as fast as he can. With this tech lab, I wonder if he's going for Ketracel White or if he's going to try to build up to larger ships. In any case, Klingon here has been completely unmolested. He did upgrade this forward platform just because that's such a strong position to keep. And he's going for his Arati yard. These warp-ins are going to be enough to stall the enemy for a very long time. Oh, hello. This heavy weapons platform is also holding a very powerful position. We are having a Lord of the Rings moment because you shall not pass. Let's see where this weapon's coming. Oh, Tony's massing his forces. He upgraded his turret. Still getting Intrepids. He really hasn't engaged in any combat yet, but he is getting that Fed roll going. I think we can forgive him for not participating because he's building up. He'll be able to help later in the game. Comp is still building up his birds of prey as fast as he possibly can. Not enough resources for Quebec, but okay, I still don't know if they're called Quebec or Quebec. So I'm going to use them interchangeably. My roommate's giving me a weird look. Followed by another weird look. Okay, so here we have the... Oh, by the way, I'm using a texture pack. The texture mod in this game. It was uploaded for the Romulans. Well, I'm sorry, it was uploaded a couple days ago, mostly for the Dominion. I don't remember who did it, but it's on the forums. And supposedly it can improve performance by lowering the trails of torpedoes. And I was having bad performance, so I'm trying it out. I haven't noticed too much of a difference, but I do like the way those lasers look. I can't tell. I think they're a little bit narrower than normal. I also had the multimedia pack this time around, but I turned it off because the music was very nice, but very loud. Here Comp is about to bite off a lot more than he can chew, but there's no cloak detect here, so he can just cloak out. Any second now. Loses a Burrell. Might lose. No, he's not going to lose anything else. Burrell's limping, but it's alive. Still, 1 or 2 Fed scouts in the middle of this with their ping could really do some damage. I've noticed when I play against a cloaking race, you don't need very much firepower before it's time to transition into your cloak detect mechanic. Oh, this Monsoon coming back to the fight. There goes the proxy torp. He is using it. And he is going to force this off, but he just didn't get the kill. Now these S2 are going to rip into him. This is not an easy build for a new player to counter, just because you have to get used to kill it, because these ships are all very weak, but their firepower is incredible. Over here we have a double Federal coming in against 23 down. He's going to do his decloak of death and get a Centaur. I think he may have killed a Monsoon there. Or something. The Centaur is going to get out though. And there's just way too much firepower here. He is in trouble. These Klingons are going to take a pounding. I'm trying to take down the Galaxy, which I don't agree with that. Yes, it'll take extra damage from them because it takes extra from short range. But oh, these other ships, they need to get kills on Intrepids, stuff they can kill. Still, it isn't a complete loss for the bottom team. They are getting some kills. It's interesting to note that the center yard here cannot get allied repair. You have to upgrade one of the sections before you can research allied repair. And these Takraja cavorts. Okay, now the battle's starting to turn. The Klingons have lost a lot of ships, but they're getting the upper hand. And these cavorts are just going to rip through this Federation fleet. Pretty sure we see allied repair over there. Oh man. And here we see a veteran Cabbage. That will never die, is the general idea. Oh man, and the tide is turning. The Klingons are getting wiped out. This yard isn't an allied repair yard. You gotta get over to the battle yard. Oh, I think Comp's gonna lose everything he has here. He just didn't have the kind of numbers he needed to go against the Feds. Time to cloak and run. Cloak and run, cloak and run. And here come the enemy warbands with the Rhodide. Ouch. Let's see what else is going on. Comp is getting some nice raiding in down here on the mining. But he's paying a huge price for it down here. This Fed roll is still alive. It didn't get reduced the way they needed to reduce it. From the beginning, the Klingons have been using early game ships while the Feds just built up. So the bottom team really needed to be heavily raiding the top team's mining, and they just weren't doing it. And more than that, not even killing the mining, they needed to kill the warbands that were just sitting at home. We do see a mining expansion and 2/3 of one completely wiped out here, and he's going down here to kill the Dominion. Beef is still struggling with the supply and getting T-15s. T-15s are going to be devastating against these early Federation Klingon fleets, or what's left of them anyway. Oh no, we see a veteran Cabbage going down. Run for your life, little guy. You can do it. You can make it. Oh. The veteran Cabbage is down. I think the top team have won this. It's in the bag for them. Although, down here, Beef and Waffles are learning. They're the dynamic new duo, Beef and Waffles. They're having their own little one-on-one here, and I think they're both learning their new races. Beef has been going through the races, trying them out one by one, I think. And I think he's really enjoying the Dominion today. Waffles is learning how to use his Proxy Torp and get his fleets of Warpins. And he's about to die valiantly, but I think these guys had a very good game here. While the more experienced players have their slugfest over here. This starbase has been upgraded a little bit. And the Feds are just going to mop up now. You see some Katingas that have been popped. And now the Feds are coming over. This is interesting. Because this heavy weapons platform, this Dominion fleet's going to try to go around it. And that could take a long time. So that is a strategic position. While the Feds come down here to join in with the fight. Let's see. It's going to be the final stand of the Katingas. Please tell me you have Allied repair. Oh wow, and they bypassed the heavy weapon platform. And these monsoons are going to do their best. The monsoons are just better at sniping small numbers of enemies. We don't do so good against massive Federals. Here are some Warpins. Oh, these are the ones that we're moving over though. Meanwhile, the Dominion are cleaning up some mining. See Ketracel White going off. Klingons decloaking. Punk and 23 Downs last stand. Oh, there goes the Centaur. It's gonna make it out. Just barely makes it out alive. None of the monsoons are getting targeted, it's the Klingon ships first. So they're just adding a bit of damage. You see a ranked up Intrepid, it's almost veteran. And I just don't think the bottom team is killing as many ships as they're losing. They don't have an Allied repair yard nearby they can go to. There goes a ship. All these bottom team ships, some of them are getting out. Just not very many. Katinga. Katinga goes down. Another Intrepid goes down. Like I said, the top team is in an extended position here. If they lose the upper hand, they will lose every ship they have here. If the bottom team can only pull ahead. However, meanwhile, Beef is just ripping up everything over in Waffles' base. Ooh, another Warpin is ready. Waffles needs to get that in here. Keep on firing, keep on firing. Get your guys in here and keep on killing stuff. These Intrepids with 25 defensive value. And here's the Warpin from Waffles. This will be a nice backbone. Although the top team might... Oh, no, this is a Warpin from Tony. Waffles really needs to get his own Warpins in here. These Feds can just keep on reinforcing their area, their fleet. Even though it's in the middle of enemy territory, that's the advantage of the Feds. Yeah, this Intrepid's gonna die, I'm afraid. The nearest allied repair yard is over here, which means sending them to auto repair will just send him over to the slaughterhouse. We have another warpen. This is this one. This one belongs to Waffles, and they're going to immediately start applying firepower. There is so much death here. Look at this. Officer Monsoon, Officer Ambassador, Officer. If one of these became a vet, it's too bad all of these kills have been distributed. And it looks like that's game over. Well, that was a very interesting game. I need to see how my audio recorded and get this uploaded right away. So yeah, I'll see you guys later.